What does that mean to you to humanize your content?
Yeah, I think lately, like you said, with so much development in the way we put together our tech stack, and also, brands oscillating between where do we strike the balance between sales and marketing, a lot of the essence of what content really meant, which was, storytelling, being that bridge between our customers and users and the brand itself, started to fade away. I think it was during the pandemic when things I think changed for the better in this regard, where, people were consuming a lot of content, but also the awareness was heightened. People were consuming it in different ways for different reasons. Everyone was seeking that human connection, especially since everyone was locked up in their home. And that's when brands realized that what they had often thought they had started to do, but lost in the process of obviously running a business, needed to come back, which was the essence of creating content that could tell meaningful stories, that could really, convey their brand's vision and what they brought to their customers, but in the purest form of, really a narrative, a storytelling episode, right? So humanizing content to me really is, well, sure enough, you're here to get the ROI and the revenue and keep your business up and running, but also your customer is a person you're speaking with. If it's going to be a sales pitch, honestly, you're probably not making the sale and the customer is not going to enjoy engaging with you. So, how can you really go back to the roots of what does valuable and meaningful content mean? And how would you want to be sort of given or provided content if you were at the receiving end? It starts from there. And then there's so many layers and nuances that I think we will jump into. But really asking
Yeah.
yourself the first question, what would you want to receive? Would you want to be hit by another ad, or would you actually want another gorgeous, amazing, narrative and story of where the journey began and where it's headed?
Well, let me put that question to you. What kind of content do you like to consume? What draws your attention?
Yeah, I think, you know, when we are also speaking about humanizing content, I don't think we're taking away from the fact that it's giving you what you were probably looking an answer for. So the value is still there, but as long as it's not just about making a sale, it's more about, well, there's a pain point for our customer. So I'm gravitated constantly towards content where I see I can find a solution, but in a more realistic way, as opposed to just being fed or force fed, I would say, a certain product or a spiel that I could pretty much go on the website if I'm interested in and read. If you're serving me content, it has to be more than that, right? So, for instance, let's just talk about your show. I'm going to plug it for you. It's,
Okay.
podcasts, right? Everyone knows it's a means of connecting with folks. It's a great channel added to your marketing stack, but not everyone probably has the resources, means, or expertise to do it in-house, which is why you would reach out to someone and ask for that help, right? Now, if you're running the show and you're calling people and you're engaging in meaningful dialogue and conversation, anyone who knows about the show potentially understands what your brand does and the power, the capability it brings with itself, right? And that's exactly the kind of content I or most people gravitate toward, where there is more meaning and value other than just the end product itself. The end product surfaces in the conversation and is a potential solution that people could either take to or not. Irrespective of whether they take to the end solution, though, your content should still be as valuable. So if the story is more than
Hmm.
just a product itself, that's what we all want.